Hello there, my Capricorn collective. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Oh my goodness, Capricorn. Way too many distractor vibes when it comes to you, Capricorn. I feel like you're being guided. Some of y'all are paying attention and some of y'all aren't. This is interesting with you. Interesting Sagittarius energy, but I feel like it's like the temperance angel with you. Sit your ass the fuck down. There's the Page of Cups. Interpersonal relationships or partnerships could be rather interesting with regard to you right now, Capricorn. Yeah. Some of you are definitely severing ties when it comes to options or opportunities. Damn, there's the Nine of Pentacles. There's the Fool vibe. There's the Eight of Pentacles. The Hierophant, the Knight of Pentacles, the Virgo vibes, and there's with the King of Pentacles. Over the King of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, there with the Two of Cups. Oi. Some of you are going to notice the group dynamics changing up. The fact you got the Eight of Pentacle energy here. Capricorns, I do feel like if there's an Emperor energy around you, or that Aries energy, or the one that's kind of wanting to show up as being like the leader of the group, a lot of those group dynamics are definitely not working out anymore. So really trust your instincts and your intuition when it comes to options or opportunities with you. Because there's that Nine of Pentacle vibes. There you are just kind of doing your own thing. I definitely feel like you were ahead of everybody else when it comes to the decision making. Your astrology is guiding you along, but some of you, you're kind of not paying attention because there's a lot of things that aren't working out. So I know there's some of you at least two options or opportunities are with regard to like the group dynamics with the Hierophant, the Knight of Pentacles, there with the Virgo vibes. When it comes to like work options or work opportunities with you, definitely be mindful of someone's codependency. So who is the puppeter and who is the puppet with regard to you here? But a lot of those dynamics are switching up. There's something interesting astrologically. So those of you that are far more focused are avoiding that kind of stuck stagnant energy. That's the Aries and Neptune, cold as ice vibes. Ten of Pentacles, the Page of Wands. You're good on your own. There's the Five of Wands. Some of you have avoided the Five of Wands energy. Some of y'all are still kind of stuck in it. Move through that vibe. This is those of you with like work energy. So maybe you started sending in your resumes. Maybe you're doing some interviews. You're looking at your options. You're looking at your opportunities. I feel like you're newly single. Whether this is in regard to like a work situation or a romantic relationship or partnership. Friendship vibes with regard to you as well here, Capricorn. You're kind of embodying the Virgo vibes there with that Eight of Cups. So I feel like once you get single or once you are single, you're going to stay single for a minute. This is that, it's always like self-produced and self-published when it comes to you. Because you don't need all the upper management, the middle management, and you sure the fuck don't need to be micromanaged right now. But you do need to be micromanaging your own vibes. So those of you, if you're paying attention to your astrology, those of you Capricorns that could feel yourself struggling right now, it's because you're not paying attention. You went into those relationships or partnerships not very mindful of someone else's codependency. The Taurus and the Virgo vibes there, some of you could have an interesting kind of what the hell they call it? Retrograde going on in your astrology or some sort of interesting transiting vibe. The Chariot, the Wheel of Fortune there at the Ace of Pentacles. You are like the golden opportunity. You are like the goose that lays the golden egg. With whatever sort of relationships or partnerships or options or opportunities that you have. I like the Ace of Pentacles there with the Hierophant vibe. I feel like the Cancer energy there kind of counterbalances out that Virgo vibe. Virgo is the wild card. But the thing with Virgo is Virgo isn't really interested in like a relationship or partnership. So some of you, there's the sort of relationships or partnerships that aren't really working out. Some of you don't focus on that because that's like a secondary vibe for you. This actually brings out like better options or better opportunities with regard to you. Some of you, you just avoid messy contracts, shitty contracts. Yeah, don't let your emotions overwhelm you right now, because it's all about the sort of tugging on your heartstrings here. So I don't feel like you're too emotionally invested in any one kind of situation here. Some of you, if you are, you're realizing things aren't working out. So some of you Capricorns are overcoming a lot of stuck, stagnant relationships or partnerships that aren't really going anywhere. It's the Aries and Neptune vibe. Those of you most definitely could be noticing the switch up when it comes to like work options or work opportunities. So don't be surprised if there isn't like a change up with regard to work. The Sagittarius energy with you, the High Priestess energy with you is like HR vibes. And when HR ain't doing their job, that just really fucks up a lot of things. So make sure that you're far more focused on yourself here. Self-producing, self-publishing, the management vibes here, the micromanaging energy. None of that is working, but there you are. Capricorn, I was doing a reading for you earlier, and the Three of Wands come up. That's like Six of Swords energy. That's also like the Sharks type vibe with you. But there you are, just kind of doing your own thing, moving forward in a very optimistic manner. There's a lot of growth with regard to you as well. So some of you, this could be a lot of emotional growth. This could be good growth when it comes to your interpersonal relationships or partnerships, especially those of you Capricorn that's looking at your options or your opportunities a lot different than the way you used to. Those of you that are paying attention are having a much easier time with this versus those that aren't. So, take what's yours and leave what's not here. Capricorn, you shouldn't be overwhelmed. Because see, here's the Ace of Cups, there's the Three of Cups, there's the Seven of Wands. This is like the Seven of Cups vibe with you when it comes to like relationships or partnerships. Just sit your ass down and stay focused on you. I feel like some of you are learning to trust your instincts and your intuition more. And you're finding that to be a tad bit more interesting with regard to you. Some of you, way too many distractors. So I think with regard to your astrology, focusing more on yourself, self-producing, self-publishing, whether that's what you do for work or those of you just kind of spending this time on your own. The Virgo energy, whether you're kind of presenting in the Virgo vibe or if you're dealing with like a Virgo energy here, the Virgo is the wild card. But the Virgo isn't getting into any kind of relationship or partnership. Virgo's just going to kind of fuck off and start doing their own thing. So a lot of you with regard to those group dynamics. But that is not necessarily particular to you. A lot of people are going to realize how them group dynamics change up. But it's Aries and Neptune. So there's not that much of that emotional sort of pull or emotional sort of sentimentality when it comes to options, opportunities, relationships, or partnerships. Is this you in the Four of Swords? Or what's in this Four of Swords energy with regard to Capricorn here? You're pulling positive vibes, but the energy around you might not be feeling so positive. So it's going to be imperative that you kind of keep the positivity flowing with regard to you. There's at least 2 situations, relationships, or partnerships that aren't going to work out. Some of you, those relationships or partnerships are starting to fall apart because the emotional connection isn't there anymore. If you're dealing with the water sign in particular, just give them space. Because what they're going through don't really have anything to do with you. So some of y'all are just dealing with people with messy kind of codependencies in their life. The 4 of Swords is the 8 of Swords. So 8 of Swords is definitely given the the Virgo vibe there with the 8 of Cups. Some of you, this is basic rules of retrograde. Those of you, if you got like a water rising or a water moon in particular, don't let the emotions overwhelm you. You have at least 2 options, opportunities, relationships, or partnerships you're turning down, or with regard to like choices. And very mindful of someone's codependency when it comes to how they are in your relationship or partnership. It's a lot of positive, Capricorn, but there's some negative in this. So stay focused on you. Definitely watch your favorite astrologer, Western or Vedic, if you got a lot of water in your astrology. Those of you with the Virgo vibe, most definitely. If you got a Virgo, rising, moon, Venus, Western or Vedic, or with regard to Virgo in particular, I feel like this is like secondary with you, because the King of Pentacles is kind of stuck or stagnant. So someone could want to work with you or get an option or an opportunity with you, but mindful of who the hell they're kind of attached to here. How the fuck do they treat their exes? If that's not something you're paying attention to, some of you need to. What's their codependencies and what are those relationships or partnerships like? Everyone's got exes. That's not the vibe here, but what's the codependency and what's the vibe of the relationship or partnership? Because you got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, so you're good. You're good. Not every relationship or partnership is going to be negative, though. So, because I do feel like you should be kind of out there doing your thing. If you want to date. You should definitely be sending in those resumes, doing those interviews, going to those auditions. Just don't let the emotions kind of dictate your decision making, because that's what makes the difference. See, damn Capricorn, way too many distractor vibes with you. I feel like your astrology is guiding you along here too. I can't get no satisfaction. That's the Sagittarius energy. It's kind of like Temperance Angel. If you can't be with the one you love, love the one you're with. Those of you happy single, ooh, stop and think it over. So those of you doing your shadow work, most definitely, look at your past relationships or partnerships, at least your last 3. And what did you need to pay attention to? What didn't you pay attention to? What's the sort of vibe when it comes to you? You're like a lucky charm energy here. It's a very abundant energy with you. But along with these kind of options or opportunities, be mindful of the 7 of Cups vibe. So I don't know if you're dealing with water signs in particular, or those of you just regard to that sort of tugging on your heartstrings. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend, but I always thought that I'd see you again. I feel like that's you getting back into your own sort of self here, Capricorn. That changes everything. There's the Pisces vibe. Although I don't feel like that's necessarily your vibes here, Capricorn. Some of you are dealing with somebody with very messy exes or with regard to like the vibe there. So if you're dating somebody or with regard to a relationship or partnership and they got like baby mama, baby daddy energy, they're a part of your relationship or partnership as well. So take your time with regard to options or opportunities. For some of you, this does feel like who's the puppeteer and who's the puppet. Those of you in particular with the water sign, moon, and you got Pisces in Saturn, so for a lot of you, definitely, because Scorpio and Saturn created a lot of weird ass energy, and Pisces is even more elusive than the Scorpio vibe. So damn. There's positive energy here. It's not like everything is great. Some of you are going in and out of relationships or partnerships that aren't really going to last that long. Some of you, there's a lot of distractor vibes as well. So don't be surprised if plans don't change or if you don't scheduling conflicts, or some of you with regard to like things not working out. They really weren't supposed to. Those of you that have been kind of paying attention and just sort of doing your own thing, you're going to be able to navigate in this energy pretty well. So don't allow yourself to stay stuck or stagnant. And honestly, Capricorn, I don't know how much of this is work, friendship vibes with you or romantic vibes with you. Or those of you Capricorns, if all your romantic sort of relationships or partnerships have some sort of work dynamic with regard to them. So you start dating somebody and they want to start working for you. If you always date in the workplace, or some of you could be dealing with somebody who always sort of dates in the workplace. But do expect a lot of change up when it comes to the relationships or partnerships. Whoever was the emperor energy, whoever wanted to like control the vibes, the shit ain't working anymore. So a lot of this could be secondary vibes with regard to you, Capricorn. Not all options or opportunities are going to be negative. Didn't you have the Gemini vibes? No, that was the last reading I did with you, where you had the Gemini vibes. Damn, Capricorn. Pay attention to your astrology and keep it light, bright, and simple here, Capricorn. Don't overcomplicate what doesn't need to be complicated. And some of you really self-producing, self-publishing. This is just kind of doing your own thing. Definitely don't be surprised if there isn't a switch up in your work, the work dynamics or the group dynamics with regard to you. Some of y'all, this could be in your friendships group. If this isn't your vibe, if you're dating somebody, they could be going through some sort of a drama when it comes to like the friendship vibes. But whatever this energy is, it's coming in with the Seven of Cups energy. So you're not really gonna get all the truth when it comes to something. So mindful of this energy. Just stay focused on yourself and let that energy kind of dissipate. Especially if you got a lot of water in your astrology, or you're dealing with a water sign energy in particular, or someone with a lot of water in their astrology. Yeah. There's that crosswatcher energy. And there's that King of Swords. Those of you that's definitely you've been focused on your own thing here for a minute. So when everyone else starts freaking the fuck out, you've found like resolutions. So that's why you're not feeling as stuck or stagnant. You know what I mean, Capricorns? I look at that, the counterbalance energy there with the Queen of Swords. Ooh. Damn. Yeah, I feel like this is the secondary vibe with you. This is your crosswatcher energy. So some of you, there could be a lot of arguments. There could be a lot of things not working out that actually are to your benefit here. But you can't be bothered by this energy. Damn, the Saturn vibes. Most people, when Scorpio was in Saturn, that was rough. But now you got Pisces in Saturn, and that's even worse. I don't know. Keep it positive. Keep it positive, Capricorn. Anything else for you, Capricorn? Some of you could be feeling those distractions. If that's not you, Capricorn, this could be regard to this King and Queen of Swords with the Pisces vibe. Something's working out on your behalf because other sort of options or opportunities aren't quite working. It's whatever this sort of crosswatcher energy is with you. Yeah, the basic vibes on this is the Nine of Cups. Stay focused on you, achieving those dreams or goals. It is self-producing, self-publishing. But that's not necessarily like a work vibe with you. This is just filling yourself, taking up space, enjoying the vibes around you. Because look, there's the Nine of Wands there with the Ten of Swords. And again with the Five of Wands. Ooh, the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. You got some sort of a situationship here that definitely is starting to fall apart. Whoever, whatever the Emperor, the Empress energy is, it's that Aries vibe. Cold as ice. Cold as ice. There you are, just sort of tucked away doing your own thing. So I like the Virgo vibes with you. Those of you with Virgo, Rising, Moon, Venus, Western, or Vedic, or those of you that's just kind of out there doing your own fucking thing, those of you that's definitely been ahead of the vibe. I know that's at least a handful of y'all Capricorns that's just sort of, you're not worrying or fretting about anything. But damn, your crosswatchers are. That's how you know you're pulling good vibes, the Capricorn. Those of you Capricorn that are feeling a little stuck or stagnant, I don't feel like you really paid attention where you needed to. There were things that were, you know, if you're a superstitious person, there were things you should have been paying attention to. Some of you with regard to those options or opportunities not working out. Some of you can at least expect two. How that shows up, work, love, life vibes again with you, Capricorn. I feel like you're kind of dealing with like a whole lot of energy here. So those of you, if you're kind of doing your shadow work, you're looking at things and you're kind of understanding things from a larger perspective than just like a singular relationship or partnership. Or like work, love, life balance when it comes to you as well, Capricorn. I have to admit, I don't feel like you're really all that deep when it comes to this sort of vibe with you. You're just kind of chilling and just going with the flow. And that really does make the difference, especially those of you that's ahead of the vibe. Yeah, you've been ahead of this energy for a minute. Those of you lucky enough that started paying attention before. Damn, that King and Queen of Swords with the Pisces vibe. Sweet Jesus. You do not want to get stuck in between that kind of energy. Lord, because look at that. They're at the Nine of fucking Wands. Look at that. That's more your crosswatcher vibe. Capricorn, if you're cross-watching a lot, quit it. You don't need that energy. You don't need that energy, Capricorn. Good luck, God bless, peace, love, and light, Cappies. This isn't an easy vibe, but you're going to be just fine. I like the Virgo vibes with you. So Virgo rising, Virgo moon, Western or Vedic. Shits and giggles. What's between the Two of Wands and the Nine of Wands? The Page of Cups. And there's kind of the Pisces vibe. Someone wants to tug on that emotional heartstring. And y'all know if you're doing your shadow work, not to stay too stuck or stagnant or in that energy too long, or it can be a tad bit overwhelming. Especially if you've got a lot of water, rising moon Venus, Western or Vedic in your astrology. And pay attention to Saturn with you. Because Saturn and Pisces, Saturn and Scorpio was rough enough. Saturn and Pisces, sweet Jesus. Pisces energy is like far more far more elusive than the Scorpio vibe was. You know what I mean, Capricorns? Good luck, God bless, peace, love, and light. Take what's yours and leave what's not, Capricorns. I like this. I like this. I like the Virgo energy with you.